Super excited to bring you this special event or special video here for you guys for the first round of the playoffs in Season 5 Canadian Simulation Football League. I'm your host, JD, Commissioner JD. We got the Scorpions versus the Gators. And holy smokes, these two teams are absolutely playing phenomenal this season. The Gators are the 4th seed, and the Cobras are the 5th seed. And they are playing really good, and I'm really excited to see these two teams hit the field. The Gators at home here in the playoffs. The Gators are 2-2 in the playoffs, and the Cobras are 0-3 in the playoffs and have yet to taste victory in the postseason, and that is the storyline. So let's take a quick look at what we got for you here. The Cobras Season 1, Week 7, 34-24 win for the Gators. The Cobras were at home and were unable to beat the Gators. The Gators with a big touchdown there. Eric Reeves at the time was the quarterback and won by 10 points here on the road in the first ever matchup that these two teams have ever played here in Season 1, Week 7, 34-24 win for the Gators. These two teams have never met in the playoffs, but they have met 5 times in 5 seasons. Big rainbow pass here. Now this is Season 2, Week 4. The Gators win 51-32. Mark Brown with the big pass and touchdown here late in the game, but it was just not enough for the Cobras to come back. Look at all this time he's got in the pocket. Pump fakes it, still is unable to get the ball off. And the Gators coming up with the big stop here and the big tackle for loss. Time dwindling away, and they were unable to get the ball off, I believe. And the Gators win huge here against the Cobras in Season 2, Week 4, 51-32 win, which was the first time the Cobras had ever let up 30 or over 50 points. That was the first time ever the Cobras have did that or allowed that. And now in Season 3 here, tie ball game, 23 seconds left in the 4th quarter, and the Cobras run it in to take the lead right at the end of the game. Charles Hackett, 18 carries, 88 yards, 2 touchdowns in that ball game. And this was the only time that the Cobras have ever beat the Gators, and they had to score 45 points to do it. 45-38 point win for the Cobras here in Season 3. Look at this big interception late with seconds left in the 4th quarter to seal the deal for the Cobras. It was a tie ball game going back and forth, and then they had to take the ball away here. Andrew McGuire, the strong safety, number 20, with the huge interception to seal the deal, and that was the first time and the only time that the Cobras have ever beat the Gators. They had to score 45 points to do it in Season 3, Week 8. Brian Williams, 4 catches for 3 touchdowns, was the MVP of that game. Will Brian Williams have a big game here in the Season 5 playoffs, or will the Gators do what they do against these Cobras? Here now in Season 4, Week 3, 31-27 win for the Gators. They kicked the ball off, and this was one of those years where they had a cornerback who was an absolute legend, Josh Ingram, who had 6 kick return touchdowns in Season 4. Set the record for most kick return touchdowns ever by an individual player with 6, and look at him catch it with inches on the sideline. Josh Ingram, 174-yard kick return touchdown, and 174 kick return yards and a touchdown. He had 6 on the year, and that was one of them here against the Cobras. 31 seconds here in the fourth quarter, 31-27. The Cobras throw it to the right side, and it gets intercepted and almost returned for a touchdown before getting caught from behind by Charles Hackett. And 34, Marcus Hollins, the cornerback, veteran quarterback via trade of the Wildcats, came to the Gators and came up with a big interception to seal the deal here for the Gators late in the ball game. And the Gators come away with another win against the Cobras, and they were 3-1 against the Cobras at that point. And then here in Season 5, Week 7, the Gators win big once again, 52-21. They hand it off to Rico Bennett. He gets tackled. He had 27 carries, 4 touchdowns, and 288 yards, and gets another one here with 5 touchdowns the last time this team met. Rico Bennett finished with 21 touchdowns, and he got 5 of them against the Cobras, which set the record for the most rushing touchdowns ever by a running back. Look at this, 303 yards, 28 carries, and 5 touchdowns. They just lost track of him in the backfield there. He spun around everybody. Great blocking down the field, and Rico Bennett is suddenly in the end zone. The Gators are now 4-1 all-time against the Cobras. And this is also the second time, the two only times that the Cobras have ever let up 50 points. It's only happened twice in Cobras franchise history, and both of those times were against the Gators, and including this season in Season 5. A daunting task for the Cobras, who have yet to win a playoff game and who have really struggled against the Gators in their franchise history. Also lost big to them earlier this year. Really need to come out now on the road and go against these Gators, who must be flying high in confidence, going against a team that they've clearly always have had the upper hand against. Also have playoff experience with their 2-2 record in the playoffs. These Gators are looking really strong, and I'm really excited to see this ball game. This game will be at 9 p.m. Saturday.